Offuman is located in the Techmanov district. The first junior secondary schools, now known as junior high schools, Offuman Methodist Junior Secondary School and Offuman Kifa Junior Secondary School, produced the Pioneers in 1992. As we speak, most of these graduates who are the old students, the pioneers of junior high school within Offuman, are now great men. Some are outside Ghana, others are also in Ghana. And on the 11th of October 2024, these old students organized a special debate between all the junior high schools within Offuman Circuit. So the four junior high schools within the circuit were paired into group A and B. Offuman Methodist Junior High School and Offuman Kfan Junior High School were in group B, whereas Offuman SDA Junior High School and Offuman RC Junior High School were the group A. And there was a special debate competition between these four schools. Honestly, it was tough. It was very interesting, very eye-catching, and there are a lot of things that we can learn from this debate. Some of these young ones exhibited explicit debating skills that I think is good. I showcase to my audience. So let us just have a look at the competition and how things went. Yeah. So let us just move straight into the studio and see what happened over there. Yeah. Stay tuned with me.
We are gathered here today to address a matter of a great consequence, the societal impact of betting in games of chance. As we delve into this topic, let us approach it with open minds and commitment to a reasoned discourse. The chair, panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, guests, headmasters, teachers, our lovely old students, fellow debaters, ladies and gentlemen. It is a privilege for me to be called upon this day as the principal speaker for the motion. Betting, a game of chance, should be discouraged. I am Ruben Menyele, a proud student of Offuman Methodist Junior High School. Despite Ghana being largely a religious country, in recent times, betting shops have sprung up in almost every community around the country, with mobile betting catalyzing the problem. What is betting and its causes? According to the Oxford English Dictionary, betting is the act of gambling money on the outcome of a race, game, or other unpredictable event. Betting can also be explained as taking money or something of value, often influenced by chance. I want to ask my lovely opponent and the audience, why do people gamble? You see, reasons for betting will vary from person to person. But some common reasons for gambling include making money, an urge to take risks, relaxing and having fun, coping with stress and trauma, these and many more. The chair. There are so many kinds of betting in the system, but the common ones include sports betting, casino games, almighty aviator, and lotteries. The motion before the house, therefore, tends to educate you and I to desist from this life record just for our own good. I know my opponents might argue that betting is a source of entertainment for sports lovers. They might also say betting can generate income for the winners. But all these are mere fallacies that my chair and the house should not take serious at all, since the negative of sports betting outweigh the positive. First, betting can lead to serious financial losses, thereby leading to debt and poverty. According to a research by Dr. Bribedia Kubwati of UCC, I quote, youth participation in betting has resulted in their reduction in work productivity. Unquote. He added that the youth who gamble sometimes escape work and even borrow money for betting, an act that leads to a huge financial breakdown. The chair, if I may ask my opponent, on average, How many people can they mention who have made it through betting? Huh? The looks on their faces clearly shows there is none. Rather, gambling makes parents irresponsible and children unreliable. Betting is therefore an evil that should be erased from society. The chair and all protocol duly observed. Betting also causes mental and emotional breakdown to youth. According to the World Bank's Steve Ghana Economic Update title, I quote, Preserving the Future, Rising to the Youth Unemployment Challenge, unquote, released in July 2022. Ghana's youth represent 36% of the population, but betting is reducing their overall contribution to national development. Losing funds after staking a bet can result in stress. Consequently, some people lose self-respect and others commit suicide when too much money is pushed into betting. Recently, a teacher in Kenya committed suicide after he lost a borrowed amount of $380 to betting. Is this my opening description of a good thing? Moreover, one other evil in this game is underage betting. Because betting is not properly regulated, children and teenagers are prone to involve in this act. It affects their social and educational lives. According to Business and Financial Times, underage betting causes serious problems for victims when they enter adulthood. Jeffrey L. Derevensky, in his research work, I quote, Youth Gambling Problems, a Need for Responsible Social Policy, unquote, states that betting causes increased delinquency and criminal behavior among youth. This means betting is not affecting only today's youth, but also our leaders of tomorrow. In conclusion, the chair, let us not sacrifice our heritage on the altar of progress. Instead, let us collectively fight this canker that is destroying the future of our beloved nation. Thank you.
So great. That was Ruby Minyele, the principal speaker from Offuman Methodist Junior High School. Now, let us quickly look at the principal speaker from Kefa.
Judges, adequate timekeeper, co-debaters, fellow students, ladies and gentlemen. Today, the motion before the House is quoted. Betting, a game of chance, should be discouraged. While betting is often viewed negatively, I, Jonathan Tete, as the principal speaker, stands firmly against this motion, and I will explain and demonstrate that betting should not be discouraged, but rather should be regulated and accepted. As it provides legitimate benefit to individuals, betting and society. Betting is the act of placing a wager or placing a bet on the outcome of an event. It is a form of gambling that involves in risk and uncertainty. To begin with, betting can be a source of entertainment and personal choice. Much like sports, movies and video games, it creates excitement and fun. Adults have the right to make their own choices about how they spend their leisure time, and betting is no other different entertainment activities that involves in risk and uncertainty, such as investing in stocks or participating in raffles. If we were to discourage betting, we would also have to question many other forms of entertainment that people engage in voluntarily. Discouraging it would infringe on personal freedom, limiting individuals' ability to choose how to spend their time and money. Also, betting stimulates the economy and creates jobs. The betting industry is the significant contributor to the economy. It generates billions of dollars globally, creating employment opportunities for millions of people, from employees in betting companies to event organizers and online platform managers. The industry sustains a wide range of jobs. Mr. Chairman, on the 20th November 2023, Hussein Isiaka, a 36-year-old painter at Barikese, won a 6 million life-changing Ghana cedis, a Kumasi Sobon, from the Ashanti regional capital to Accra to receive the prize. And here is my evidence. Betting taxes provide substantial revenue for government, which can be used for public services such as healthcare, education, and infrastructure. Discouraging it would harm the economy, leading to job losses and reduction in the government revenue. Furthermore, betting, when regulated, can be safe and beneficial. Instead of discouraging betting, we should focus on regulating it. Governments around the world have successfully introduced regulatory framework that ensure that betting is done in a safe and controlled environment. This relationship helps to prevent fraud, protect participants from any harm, and minimize the risk of addiction. In regulated environments, betting operators are required to provide tools and resources for responsible gambling. For example, limits on spending, time out, and self-exclusion options are provided to ensure that people do not gamble beyond their means. This demonstrates that betting, when regulated, is a safe and controlled activity. Again, betting supports sports and community events. Betting has a close association with sports, and many sports events depend on the revenue generated through betting to fund their activities. Sponsorship from betting companies allow sports clubs to drive and organizations to drive from grassroots teams to professional leagues. This in turn fosters community engagement and gives people opportunity to participate in sports and cultural events. Without the financial support provided by betting companies, many sports will struggle to survive, leading to fewer opportunities for athletes, especially in less population sports. Thus, betting plays a vital role in sustaining sporting communities. Thank you.
Wonderful. Yes, so that was the how you can see it. These students are really serious. Now, let us look at the um, first supporting speaker from Methodist.
The chairperson, panel of judges, hard-working timekeeper, headmasters, guests, teachers, fellow debaters, noble old students, ladies and gentlemen. I am Ms. Cosno Ampim, representing Offuman Methodist Junior High School. I am here to add my voice to that of my principal speaker of the motion on the floor. I am quite surprised of my opponent's attempts to mislead this noble house into believing that Brighton's positives on humanity is outweigh the negatives. First, as anticipated, they claim that successful births can make people rich. But Mr. Chair, that is an illusion which needs to be taken seriously. A recent study conducted by menshealth.org states that, in quotes, nearly 1 in 5 men allot a quarter of their paycheck to betting. Basically, they invest more but gain less. No wonder the Bible says those who are determined to be rich plunge themselves into a lot of pain, which can be found in 1 Timothy 6 verse 9 and 10. Moreover, the chair, they claim that betting creates employment opportunities for individuals, but that is very misleading. Even though there are licensed betting companies in Ghana, the so-called employment opportunities are dominated by fraudsters and scammers. Citizens are deceived to pay money for us that are unrealistic. May the chair permit me to ask my opponents, can any one of you proudly tell this noble house you are allowed to bet at home? You see, the house clearly see that they don't even believe in what they are fighting for. Who in this noble house has never had a call, WhatsApp, or text message of an unknown number claiming to order free odds? You see, that's the click away and your account is hacked. In addition, the chair, betting can present a misleading picture of wealth and quick gains to young people. And marketing often portrays gambling as a glamorous and effortless way to get rich. This can lead to unrealistic expectations and a distorted view of financial responsibility, making them more vulnerable to risky financial decisions. When betting is normalized in society, young people are exposed to it at an early age, making them more susceptible to its influence. This can create a perception that betting is unacceptable and even desirable. The third, betting further creates a culture of corruption where people are willing to break the rules for financial gain. This can undermine the integrity of the sport and entertainment industry, making it difficult to trust sport results, but rather tarnishing the reputation of sportsmen, coaches, and teams. When huge sums of money are involved, the temptation to manipulate the outcome of a game becomes stronger, resulting in match fixing. Also, unlicensed organizations often run unregulated underground betting centers and fake mobile betting apps linked to money laundering, fraud, and even violence. Because of this challenge, on 28th June 2024, the Ghana Association of Sports Betting Operators Enterprises GASBO closed, urged industries and tax authorities to clamp down on unlicensed entities operating in Ghana's gaming market. Furthermore, betting can be addictive. Gambling addiction can negatively affect a young person's ability to focus on their studies, leading to lower academic performance and reduced future opportunities. The deal of winning might make addicts want to play. I'm done. Thank you.
So you got it. You got it. Wow, these students are really serious, man. Okay, so let us look at the next contestant, who happens to be the second supporting speaker from KFA. Let us see.
Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, co-debaters, fellow students, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, the motion before Ladies and gentlemen, the motion before the House is, quote, betting, a game of a chance should be discouraged, unquote. I, as the supporting speaker, stand firmly against this motion. My opponents may argue that betting can lead to addiction and financial ruin. While this is a valid concern, it should be noted that any activity, when taken to an extreme, can be harmful. Just as we do not ban alcohol or driving because some people misuse them. Instead, we must educate individuals on responsible gambling and provide support systems for those who may need help. Additionally, some may argue that betting preys on vulnerable individuals. However, effective regulation can ensure that gambling operations are fair and transparent, protecting consumers from fraud and unfair practice. Regulatory bodies can also implement measures to prevent problem gambling and provide support for those who may need help. Additionally, some may argue that betting preys on vulnerable individuals. However, effective regulation can ensure that gambling operations are fair and transparent, protecting consumers from fraud and unfair practice. Regulatory bodies can also implement measures to prevent problem gambling and provide support for those who need it, and this risk can be mitigated. Furthermore, my co-debaters may argue that betting can lead to social consequences. However, some bettors engage in philanthropic activities and community support initiatives. Some even contribute to local charities, educational programs, and social service, benefiting society at large. However, onus is on individuals to make informed choice about how they engage with betting. Thank you.
Great, great. Okay, so it's now time for the second supporting speaker from Offuman Methodist to come and showcase her talent. Yes, Hannah. Let's have a look at her presentation as well.
Mark Twain once said, "A man who carries a cat by the tail learns something he can learn in no other way." I appreciate the opportunity given to me to summarize our stand on the motion betting a game of chance should be discouraged, particularly in the Ghanaian context. Evidently, the House will agree with my team that betting can lead to serious financial losses, thereby leading to debt and poverty. Betting also causes mental and educational breakdown to youth. Betting is not properly regulated, so children and teenagers are prone to involve in this act. Betting can present a misleading picture of wealth and quick gains to young people, thereby leading to unrealistic expectations and a distorted view of financial responsibility. Betting further creates a culture of corruption where people are willing to cheat or break the rules for financial gain. Betting promotes vices like money laundering, fraud, and even violence. Betting can affect a young person's ability to focus on their studies. Betting is not accepted by any religion in our beloved nation. The chair, panel of judge, accurate timekeepers, guests, headmasters, teachers, and lovely old students, ladies and gentlemen. In conclusion, the negative impact of betting on Ghanaian adolescents is multifaceted, and the evidence is clear. As responsible citizens, it is crucial to recognize and address these issues to ensure a brighter future for our future generation. Thank you.
It's now the final speaker. That is the second supporting speaker from Offuman, Kefa. Yeah.
In conclusion, betting is a legitimate form of entertainment, a significant contributor of to, to the economy, and when regulated, a safe and enjoyable activity. Betting stimulates and the economy and create jobs opportunities. Since betting is beneficial, discouraging betting would undermine personal freedoms, harm the economy, and take away the vital fundings for sports and community events. Therefore, betting should not discourage. Instead, it should be embraced and with appropriate safeguards in place. Thank you.
These were the overall performances of those in Group B, right? Now, let us quickly delve into the performances by the Group A students. That is Offuman RC and Offuman SD Junior High School. Let us welcome the first speaker.
Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, headmasters and teachers present, co-debaters, fellow students, ladies and gentlemen, the motion before the House is betting. A game of chance must be discouraged. I am highly elated to speaking for the motion to set the ball rolling. One might ask, What at all is betting? Betting is to stake or pledge upon the outcome of an event with money or something of value, typically with the intention of winning additional money or prizes. There are many types of betting. Example, sports betting like football, basketball, and table tennis. We also have casino betting, example slot, online betting, e.g. example esports, horse racing betting, etc. Mr. Chairman, the type of betting common among the youth in Offuman is sports betting. A good number of the youth in Offuman engage themselves in either one of the sports betting or the other, e.g. football and basketball. Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, my opponent may be of the view that betting is a form of entertainment, a mental challenge, and they are also of the view that betting helps those who engage in it with profit potential. I wish to emphasize that this is an unfair notion and a big flaw. Mr. Chairman, betting, a game of chance also known as gambling, must be discouraged for the following reasons. To begin with, betting leads to financial devastation. Why do I say that? This is because it causes individuals, especially the youth, to lose life savings, accumulate debt, and sacrifice essential expenses. Just imagine betting with your last penny on a game between Manchester United and Arsenal, hoping Manchester United will win for him to make money. But the final outcome of the game goes the opposite way. The consequences are dire, with many bettors facing bankruptcy, homelessness, and even suicide in some cases. Mr. Chairman, betting as a game of chance can be addictive. This is because a good number of the youth in Offuman who engage in betting are addicted to it, especially those who engage in football and basketball betting are so obsessed with it that they spend hours and precious time placing odds on both local and international games. They become so addicted to betting to the extent of borrowing money or going on an empty stomach just to use whatever amount of money they have on sports betting. Furthermore, betting is against the law for under 18 years olds in Ghana. One may ask how. In Ghana, it is illegal for someone who is below 18 years to bet. Mr. Chairman, what do we see here in Offuman? One will see children as young as 13 years engaging in betting on the various platforms with the hope of winning and making money. The youth who are under 18 but still engage in betting can face the law if caught by the authorities. Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, headmasters and teachers, co-debaters, fellow students, ladies and gentlemen, one of the reasons why I think betting should be discouraged is that it can lead to skills deficiency. This is because betting is a game of chance rather than skill. This has several consequences on the individuals believe they can achieve success without effort. This undermines the value of hard work, dedication, and achievement. Betting promotes the idea that anyone can win big regardless of skills or knowledge a person has. Thank you. Thank you.
Good. So now let us look at the presentation from the other group.
Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, the staff present, co-debaters, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for the opportunity given. I am in the person of Dr. Emanuela, a student of Offuman St. Peter's RCJHS, who is here to speak against the motion raised. Betting, a game of chance, should be discouraged. Mr. Chairman, betting, as has been already defined as a game of chance, occurs in all aspects of human life. Betting can also be defined as a choice made by consideration of probabilities. The origin of sports betting did not start today. It traces back over 2,000 years ago. The ancient Greek, particularly during the Olympic Games, were pioneers in popularizing it. The first law was introduced by the King of England and France. Mr. Chairman, my co-debaters argue that betting should be discouraged, but I strongly disagree on the following grounds. A. Betting makes a lot of profit. Betting should be encouraged because it helps people to get back more than their stake. Mr. Chairman, I know of a number of people who have completed their education at higher levels because of the money they made from betting. Mr. Chairman, my co-debaters argue that you can also lose as well. But I want to emphatically say that you will only lose betting entirely and continuously when you refuse to research. If people make research on various teams and their records, they stand 100 chance of winning. Even in the case where the bettor loses, the betting company gains. There is no total loss as far as sporting betting is concerned. Mr. Chairman, perhaps my opponents do not know much about odds. I want to tell them that if 100 cedis is placed for 10 odds, you stand the chance of winning 1,000 cedis. Imagine if 100 imagine if 100 is placed. Is 10,000 cedis not enough? B. Sports betting brings about socialization. Betting plays Bettors place bet together and meet at a common venue to watch the game and enjoy. Mr. Chairman, bettors here will agree with me that after you stake a bet, you will monitor the game closely with a lot of zeal. This also helps to eliminate racism. People from different backgrounds and tribes come together to watch matches as they place their bets, thereby encouraging socialization. C. Provision of revenue for government. The government of Ghana has placed a tax of 10% on any amount that is won. Mr. Chairman, I want to ask my co-debaters that if one wins 100,000 Ghana cedis, how much will be paid into government coffers? Mr. Chairman, US state of Las Vegas generated $10.86 billion in 2012. Is that not enough for developmental projects? Mr. Chairman, with the above points, I still stand to speak against the motion. Thank you.
Now, let us have a look at the presentation from the of my SDA. Yeah.
Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, co-debaters, accurate timekeeper, fellow students, ladies and gentlemen, to add to what the principal speaker has said, I am still for the motion that betting, a game of chance, must be discouraged for the following reasons. Firstly, Mr. Chairman, betting can lead to mental health impact. This is because in case a bettor who places an odd on a game between Stoke City and Chelsea with a considerable amount of money and tipped Chelsea to win the game, but they lost at the 11th hour of the game, the person may be so depressed and anxiety may set in, and this will affect the way he or she behaves. With this, he or she becomes suicidal. There was an instance where a teacher in Lawrence Demonstration School in Sunyani, who was so obsessed with betting, went in for loan from Bayport Financial Institution to place a bet on an international game and did not win. He suffered mental health issues and later took his own life. Furthermore, betting, if not properly checked, can lead to school dropout among students who engage in it. Why do I say this? Imagine if luck shines on a bettor and by chance he wins the bet and make a huge sum of money. He or she will not be interested in school. Research has said that 3% of school dropouts are related to sports betting or gambling as a whole. When they win the bet, they will prefer to stay out of school to engage in betting full-time with the hope of making more money. Mr. Chairman, at the end of the day, if their expectations are not met, they become frustrated and can commit social vices such as stealing and robbery. Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, betting can influence the youth negatively. Nowadays, almost all the television stations in Ghana, example TV3, GTV, and the like advertise betting activities as their stations. This make the youth to view gambling as acceptable and normal activities. Research has said that exposure to Gambling advertisements on the media can lead to you having the mindset of betting in the near future. Gambling, when exposed to the future early, and lead to risky behaviors and later they develop betting problems in life. Television stations must protect our youth by showing education programs such as UC Maths Quizzes, National Science and Maths Quiz, and case program openings like Day Science and Maths Quiz. Case program open days, Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, headmasters and teachers present, co-debaters, fellow students, ladies and gentlemen, to sum all, some people may be of the view that betting help people to make quick money and be successful. However, we should look at the general effects such as mental health issues, influence on the youth negatively and high rate of school dropout among students. Thank you.
Yeah, so let's have the next speech.
Present. I thank you for the opportunity. Amo Joseph is my name. I share the same opinion with my principal speaker on the motion raised. My co-debaters, never on any platform may you argue that betting is of no importance. Why do I say so? There is no venture that has zero disadvantage. It is only compulsive and excessive betting that is disapproved by society. Point one. Betting has helped to increase the employment rate in Ghana. A large number of the youth are engaged in betting and for that matter makes a lot of money. People can now stake bets from the comfort of their homes. Mr. Chairman, to back my point on the basis of employment, according to Ghana News Agency, on the 27th of February 2023, the sports betting market in Ghana has had astronomical growth in the last decade to the point that Ghana is now rated as one of the biggest markets in Africa. The number of licensed operators has now crossed 30. The arrival of global gains, that is Bet 365 in the country is just an endorsement. Betting has helped young adults to set up business for their parents. Armed robbery has also decreased. This is so because the youth will have used gun. This is this is so because the youth who would have used guns by the roadside are now engaged in profitable venture. If it was not the help of betting, the youth would have been more involved in galamsey than we are seeing now. Mr. Chairman, I want my co-debaters to conduct research into the number of people that cash money from mobile money vendors daily. 50% of them will confirm their income from betting. This has provided employment for mobile money vendors and MTN as well. Mr. Chairman, my co-debaters talk about addiction. Anything that is done in moderation do not bring addiction. That is why in the advertisement of betting, they add bet responsibly. Point B. Betting helps to instill in individual optimism. Anyone who bets is optimistic. He has the conviction that he will succeed. That alone is a virtue to uphold in high esteem. I therefore want to argue that anyone who continuously stakes responsibly is not greedy but only has in him patience, perseverance, and determination. Mr. Chairman, testimonies from my cherished betters will confirm today's assertion. Point C. Mr. Chairman, my audience here will agree with me that anyone who is into betting is into learning. Nobody can bet without reading and writing. Sports bettors will have to study to predict how teams play. Other than that, they cannot win. We can therefore say that people learn when they bet. Mr. Chairman, per the above point, I do not regret to speak against the motion. Thank you.
Now, let us have a look at the presentation from of my SDA. Yeah.
Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, headmasters and teachers present, accurate timekeepers, co-debaters, fellow students, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Sapama Francisca, a student of SDJHS, and I am in Basic 8. In summary, participating in betting, a high-risk activity driven by chance possess significant dangers to individual and society at large. It can lead to devastating consequences including financial difficulties, mental health issues, addiction and influence them negatively. Mr. Chairman, to mitigate these harmful effects of betting, it is crucial that we promote responsible behaviors and discourage betting altogether. To achieve this, we urge the government, policymakers, and individuals to collaborate on the following measures. One, enact and enforce rules and regulations. Two, launch public awareness campaigns. 3. Provide support services for those affected. 4. Foster alternative recreational activity. 5. Encourage financial literacy and responsible decision making. Together, we can protect life, finances, and communities from the harmful impact of betting. Thank you.
Now, okay, so we are having the last speech.
My name is Sarah Venya. I'm here to draw conclusion to the motion raised. Mr. Chairman, to end my argument, I want my co-debaters to know that betting did not start today. In all aspects of life, there is betting. I want to ask my co-debaters that if they ever bought balloon in their childhood stage, was it not betting method that was used, locally said as Mekoto Chacha? Offuman is a farming community. Mr. Chairman, looking at the unpredicted weather condition, why do farmers still want to grow crops? How do they know that they will meet good season and good pricing? Mr. Chairman, I want to ask my co-debaters that if they win American lottery, will they leave the country or not? Betting in itself is not bad, just that you don't have to go into it all you have. It is, however, recommended to consult relevant professionals before engaging in sports betting. With all the points raised, I know that my opponents are now convinced and will henceforth beginning to stake bet. Bet no dear. Unyacha. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Our attention has been drawn to the fact that the schools agreed on a certain term with this debate, that the winner from debate 1 will be going to the finals with the winner from debate 2. So I want to spell out the results according to that angle. So I'll take from Offuman St. Peter's against Offuman SDA JHS. The judges were 3. So for the principal speaker, for Offuman St. Peter's, the speaker had 19, 18, and then 18 from the judges. 19, 18, 18 from the judges. The first supporting speaker from Offuman St. Peter's RC also had from the judges 15, 12, and 10. And then the last supporting speaker from Offuman RC had 9.5, 10, and then 7. And then 7. I'll count down to Offuman SDA. Offuman SDA, I wanted to dodge the total, but okay, well, so totaling Offuman RC totaling 118.5. 118.5. Offuman SDA JHS, first speaker, principal speaker had 18, 17, 17. And then the first supporting speaker had 13, 12.5, and then 13. And then the second supporting speaker had 6.5, 9, and then 5.5. Totaling 1.5. So between Offuman St. Peter's and Offuman SDA, the champion is Offuman St. Peter's RC. Having a mass of 118.5. 118.5. Now we'll go to KFA. Sorry, because I actually love this debate, but we have to do it that way. So KFA JHS principal speaker had 28, 24, and then 18.5. And then principal speaker for Offuman Methodist had 28, 22, 23. Now Offuman KFA first supporting speaker had 17, 15.5, 11. And then first supporting speaker for Methodist had 18, 16, and 19. And then second supporting speaker for KFA had 5.5, 7, and then 4. And then second supporting speaker for Methodist had 9.5, 9, and then 8.5. So in all, Offuman KFA had 130.5 marks. And then Offuman Methodist had 153.0.
On the 8th of November, that day is Friday, and about 5:30, all the 5 junior high schools, Ramsey, LA, Methodist, RC, and KFA, yani akyerɛkyerɛfoɔ nyinaa yɛbɛka yɛ papa mo yɛ nananom 92foɔ hɔ na yɛayɛ general cleaning ɛwɔ Offuman kuro mu 5:30 to 7. Yewie ya 9:30 na yɛahyia at the football akansie no nso ahyɛ aseɛ. Ramsey a ɛbɛka yɛ ho nti 5 schools ɛna yɛbɛbɔ bɔɔl no. Yewie a anwummerɛ 7, 5 schools yi nyinaa ɛbɛhyia ɛwɔ Mr. Jamfi Adoduana ase na quiz competition so atoa so. Na quiz no deɛ ɛwɔ mu nie JHS1 and JHS2, JHS3 topic kokra yɛdɛn ɛnka ho. Nti all your revisions to be centered on JHS1 and 2. Na number one yeah set questions no we are areas ya topics na questions no be free mo no. E be bon modern na the topics no ayɛdɛn amamo to limit you to where you should prepare yourselves from.
Uniforms.
And it said they for easy identification. Nya ye nyina no sabi also obi school ni bi misbehave a we are there emfana kwan mu a we are going to punish you. Ya betwe waso. And it say obi ni bone emfa nhye school foforo nti. Jumadi a ebedi ni nyina no school bia de ni school uniform na be den ebeba. Anajo no so officer won share school atade a don't come there. We JSS ni na won share school atade a don't come there. Because sabio ukodi mrentu asem bia ya hwe school a wo firi mu na ya gina so aba school mu ho e de asotwe a ye den abrawo. Ya the letter come regional director of education. Ya the letter ma district director of education. Anything na officers yi e wa ha yi